Good morning, YouTube. This is Tom negotiating with Jesus. So that's my fancy look, I'm a great guitar player move. Very limited guitar player. I'm going to put a link in the bio. I am sponsoring Ricky Comiskey with once again, the L7. L7. The 7's on top. It is major, 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 the 7, and then the L, minor, minor, minor. Someone in the comments wrote, Green Day, When I Come Around, uses this pattern. So it would be major, minor, major, major. So it's bar chord's a little bit hard. If you're an average player, you get past the difficulty of bar chords. If you're playing on electric, bar chords are nothing. Bar chords on electric, you have amplification, you throw a little distortion on, you don't worry about the top strings, or you play partial chords. The electric guitar is very good with partial chords. It just is a different animal. A little easier to play. The cutaway makes the high strings very easy to play. The buttery nature of pressing down electric guitar strings, which, your top string might be an 8. I don't know if this is a 12 or a 10, but a 52 on top and a 46 thickness electric guitar strings are just awesome. I've committed to acoustics, so an average player, not a tutorial. I am an average player who every day wants to practice the things I'm seeing on tutorials. The pressure to make this a tutorial, it's tricking me. I want this to be an average player who uses YouTube and figures out how to get better, how to level up by just daily practice routines. So I'm practicing my scales. My scales, I had a comment, why don't I use a looper? And the other day I practiced with the looper. It was okay, but it caused me to want to noodle. I want to every day act like a football player in training camp who's practicing running, for goodness sakes. They practice running. A guitar player should practice basic things, I think, until you're some elite level, but the elite players in football practice running through, tires. So they're practicing great control of where they place their feet, how high they move their knees. They want high knees. Guitar players practice low knees. We would like to keep our fingers close to the fretboard. So I practice the pentatonic scale in the cage systems. I think this has helped me. I see the patterns. I see that if I go from C down to B, every pattern moves down a half step. B. So it feels right. Guitar is an emotional, it is an instrument where you start understanding what music is. It's what it feels like. It is what it feels like. It feels like B is right if I play the notes on the pentatonic scale a half step down from C So I was in C up here, now I'm in B, so I'm a half step down. You can feel it. Ricky Comiskey, check the link. It is the L7. Oops. Minors are in the L shape. Majors are in the 7 shape. Now I'm going to do a little bit more with the E because Sean Daniel said let's play the E shape and the E minor shape. If we play the E minor shape, we have to put our finger down. Okay. A whole step. E major. Whole step, half step. Do, re, mi, half step. This is how every key works. This is the major key pattern. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step, half step. That is in A major, D major. Whole step, half step, half step. G major, whole step, half step. Whole step, half step, half step. In B major, whole step, oops. Whole step, half step, half step. Now, as an average player, this doesn't just, it hasn't sunk in. I'm struggling to practice every day, and I'm getting better. I tell you, by practicing every day, I'm getting better. And it sounds like E is what that whole pattern sounds like. So, oops. This 3-note per string thing has got me intrigued a little bit. Check the link for Ricky Comiskey. If you're bored, go somewhere where there's a tutor. I'm a guy who's being tutored. I noticed that same pattern goes here. Sort of. So I'm still working with this. I'm still doing my ABCs. E, F, G, A, B, C. F, G, A, B, E. This last one, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Back to where I started, A. So I'm doing every day the same routine and just trying to make it part of who I am, that I know this stuff. So again, Sean Daniel, the key of E. And if you want 7 chords to play a song, you're going to write a song. It's the key of C. The way music theory, the way the structure of this worked, that everyone said, oh, this feels right. And they said, well, what are you doing? And they analyzed it, and they said, okay, I'm doing a major chord. It's the same as the L7. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and then diminished. Key of G. I'm doing the key of E. Major, minor. Now the reason he picked E is because you can let all the strings ring. You want to have 2 chords in a song, put it in the key of E major, F sharp, minor. You're not doing a bar chord. You're doing the E minor shape, but instead of doing a bar chord, you're just doing the 5th, the root, and the 3rd. That's a minor. The 3rd is the 3rd chord, which is the 3rd note. Minor. The 4th note, the 4th chord is major. So you're doing that major shape. The 5th is major. 1, 4, 5 sounds like this. Oops. It's still average player. For the life of me, it's not in me. So I have to practice every day simple things till they are in me. You grow like a tree. You don't grow like fireworks. All of a sudden you're shooting through the sky and everyone's looking at you because you're a star. Now, the stars who are blasting off fireworks put in days, weeks, months, years of intense practice. Plus had maybe some partial gifts, some talents, but they worked. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to remember the 4th is this far away. The 4th chord, the 4th note. There's a song, I'm thinking of a song by some dude, Steve Miller. Okay, 1, 4, 5. We're on the 6th, there's a minor. Whoops. The 7th, half step away from the 8th. Half that. The one that I always, or I never play is the diminished 7th. And it's not a cowboy chord, it's a little funky. I'm going to try and figure it out and add it, but the diminished is like a leading sound that sounds like you got to go to an E. Don't even mess around, get to that E. Okay, that's enough. That's enough time. See you next time. Link in the description.